Can you be both a creative and a total sales savage? Those two things seem like they're from different planets. I mean, when I think of a salesperson, I think of some sleazy used car salesman who's going to try and rip me off. But maybe that's just a stereotype.
Um, it's funny. I think yes, most definitely. Especially when it comes to selling something that you believe in, I think you can be a creative person and a total sales savage.
Yeah.
And the sleazy used car salesman stereotype, I don't think it's that far off because I think there was a survey done. I think it was Ad News or BNT, but it was the most trusted professions in Australia, and I think communications and advertising were, I think, the second lowest on the list. And I think that's because a lot of people don't want to be sold stuff. They don't want to be told buy this or do that. But at the same time, I think we are in the business of selling ideas to people, and often that is a hard sell, and it's what we get paid to do. But at the same time, I think it's when you look at a lot of people think it's like Mad Men, Don Draper, and his suave selling techniques, and even if you Google Don Draper, the carousel, there's a scene where he's selling an old kind of Kodak projector machine, and he does it with such like beauty and nostalgia. But I think for me, it comes down to if you really believe in the product or the idea or the campaign or the design or whatever you created, you really believe in it. And if I do, and if I sell it with honesty and conviction, and I speak from the heart, that's something you can't fake. And I think that's the part that helps with selling. If you sell it from a place of honesty and from the heart, I think you can do it without coming across as I'm just selling you something. I think it's doing it with conviction, honesty, and integrity.
Yeah, and I think that's really great advice, especially since I know creatives can be very passionate about their creative work. And so I think, yeah, if you just sell it from that kind of passion, it shouldn't feel as sleazy. So yeah,
Yeah,
good
and I
advice.
think sometimes doing less of a hard sell and just speaking honestly and openly and truthfully about their product, weaving a personal story of why you think it's important to you or why you like it personally, rather than it's always good to back it up with data. I know data is a big part of our lives, but also what's the human element of that, and sometimes I think it's infectious. If you really are into something, people know they can sense it, they can just feel that, like that aura and that energy. And I think that in itself, you're 50% of the way. If they can feel that you're being genuine and open and honest, that you're almost there. Now you just kind of need to close it. But yeah, you can totally be a sales savage and a creative if you believe in what product you're creating.
Yeah, no, awesome. Did you have anything else, Ben, to add from maybe like a psychological perspective?
I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with the creative industry, nor in fact do I really have a lot of long-term experience with sales. I never really had to sell anything until a few years ago when I started to work for myself, and I still don't really have a polished sales pitch for any of the services that I offer to clients. When I meet prospective clients, I ask them questions, I listen, and then I share my knowledge. I describe my experiences with the kind of work that I do. I suggest actions that I think will help them achieve their objectives. And it was only really after I was starting to do that I was able to reflect on it and think, you know what, when I'm going to buy something expensive, that's really what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not looking for a polished sales pitch. For a lot of situations, I'm looking for someone who can share their knowledge and I guess emphasize what they are able to do that addresses the issues and problems that I have. I think a lot of cases, obviously not in all cases, but a lot of cases, making a sale depends on demonstrating your capability and building a relationship. I mean, I guess one of the things that I do is, I try to be helpful, even to the point of advising prospective clients against costly options that I don't think they need, because not only does it seem to me like the right thing to do, with the work that I do, it's essential that the clients trust me. And I'm thinking beyond, okay, they're looking for someone to do a bit of work for them, but I want to be the person that they trust to make some decisions without having to check in all the time. I want to be the person they come back to the next time they need this kind of work done. So I think, if you're enthusiastic about something, if you have skills, then just being honest and open about those and being willing to share them is a great way to build a relationship with someone, which is what a lot of this is about.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Ben.